Welcome to Julie's Got You Covered, the podcast where Julie Sears, founder of Integrity Health Insurance Advisors, takes the fear out of finding the right health insurance. With 7+ years of experience, she's here to make finding the perfect coverage a breeze. Stay tuned for details on how you can snag a free 30-minute consultation.
Feeling overwhelmed by the endless maze of health insurance options? Let Julie Sears, founder of Integrity Health Insurance, break it all down in an easy step-by-step guide to help you confidently find the perfect plan. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Sophia Yvette, co-host/producer, back in the studio with Julie Sears. Julie, how's it going today?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Julie, what is the best way to compare different health insurance plans to make an informed decision?
Usually when I'm helping anyone go through and decide what the best fit is for that next year, we go over what their typical usage looks like. So if you're going to the doctor for those frequent visits, or if you tend to hit your deductible, going over those bigger things like what your normal usage is so that we can see where the most savings is going to be. If you go frequently, we want to make sure we have a reasonable copay. And some plans don't have a copay. They have a deductible that has to be met. So just kind of going down what your normal day-to-day looks like or that week to week, so that we make sure we've got the right fit so you don't have any surprises along the way. Obviously, we can't predict the future, but if we can at least minimize that impact, then that's the best way to do it. It's just kind of trying to get to that apples, even though there's a whole lot of like oranges and pears and weird bananas all in the pot now, instead of just comparing apples.
Most definitely. What key factors should I focus on when evaluating health insurance plans?
Typically what I look at is that worst case scenario. What is that out of pocket going to look like in the event that I really truly had to use my insurance, so that I know what that impact is going to be on my bottom line for the year. So deductible and out of pocket are going to be the two biggest factors in your plan on, what that looks like for you. So want to make sure that first you can actually afford, that's a loose term now, afford your deductible and that out-of-pocket maximum in the event it is used. Obviously, you can make payment arrangements so that, if you do have to use it, you get the care that you need. But without making a huge impact to someone's bottom line, we need to know what that worst case scenario looks like. As a general rule, most of us aren't hitting that number, but you need to be aware of what that is. A lot of people want that high deductible so they can get those lower premiums without really understanding what that looks like in the big financial scheme. You also don't want the stress of that $10,000 hanging over you if you were trying to recover from some type of medical emergency.
And so how do I ensure a plan covers my specific medical needs, like prescriptions or specialists? Is there a certain number I want to look for?
Really, it's just plugging in the information into search engines that I have to make sure that the doctors are covered or in network, so that you don't have any surprises there. Plugging in prescriptions. There's a lot of resources for prescriptions, so we can absolutely help you find a good fit to make sure that those prescriptions stay affordable. Sometimes it is less expensive to go outside insurance. But again, just plugging in all of those data points to see what matters most to each individual. So, oftentimes everybody's figuring out the prescription game pretty easily at this point. Everybody kind of utilizes a lot of those other resources, but obviously our doctors are usually more important. We want to make sure we keep them and we don't have to make a change. And that could be pretty detrimental to the budget if you do have a doctor that's out of network and therefore costing you more out of pocket.
And are there tools or resources that we can make plan comparison more straightforward?
There are some sites out there that can help you kind of search those a little bit easier. Health Sherpa is a good spot that can help you kind of compare side by side, but that's what I'm here for as well, is really kind of breaking down, because in some areas there's 50 plus plans with very slight differences in each. I just know the questions to ask to hopefully eliminate plans faster to get you down to where you need to be, where you can make an informed decision with a fewer, smaller batch of items to go through.
Okay, Julie, final question. Is there such a thing as a health plan that doesn't leave me questioning my life choices at tax time?
There isn't anymore. They're all going to have pros and cons. There's no unicorn plan out there that you can get unless you work for some really top, large corporations that have blessed their employees with amazing coverage that they're just covering 100% completely. There's going to be a pro and con with every single plan out there. And it's just my job to make people understand what each of those are so that they can sleep well at night knowing that they've got the best protection available. And they're at least prepared in the event of the what if.
Love it, Julie. We'll catch you in the next episode. Have a fantastic rest of your day.
You too.
Thanks for tuning in to Julie's Got You Covered. Ready to say goodbye to insurance stress? Head to integrityhealthinsuranceadvisors.com or call 469-348-4066. That's 469-348-4066 to book your free 30-minute consultation. With Julie, health insurance doesn't have to be scary. She's got you covered.